What's up, Yang Gang? Thank you to all the subscribers to our channel. If you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button below and ding that bell so that you can be sure that you will never miss any of our videos of the latest Andrew Yang news and exclusive videos and exclusive content. A special shout out to all of those who have helped us implement Andrew Yang's dream of the freedom dividend. And those are all the people who have donated to this channel. We appreciate you more than you know. We have sacrificed a lot to start this channel. But if we ask the Yang Gang to implement what Andrew Yang is wanting, and that's the freedom dividend, and we could show it on a daily basis what the freedom dividend would actually mean in real life. Now, I know Andrew Yang is doing this for a couple families already, and he has plans to do it again on the 4th of July for another family, but we hardly see any video of that. So what would it be like if we could do that and show that in real life? Well, here's your chance, Yang Gang. If you want to back us, we're all yours. We work for you. And we're doing this for you, and we're doing this to make sure that Andrew Yang gets elected President of the United States. And that brings me to the debates last night. To say I am enraged is an understatement. The way that they treated Andrew Yang last night should never, ever happen. I don't care what presidential candidate you are. And the fact that they treated him in such a manner, and then they wouldn't let him speak, well, you know what? Just take a look at the video.
If you have companies like Amazon, trillion-dollar tech companies paying literally zero in taxes while they're closing 30% of our stores. Now, we need to put the American people in position to benefit from all these innovations in other parts of the economy. And if we had a value-added tax at even half the European level, it would generate over $800 billion in new revenue, which combined with the money in our hands, it would be the trickle-up economy from our people, families, and communities up. We would spend the money and it would circulate through our regional economies and neighborhoods, creating millions of jobs, making our families stronger and healthier. We'd save money on things like incarceration, homelessness services, emergency room health care, and just the value gains from having a stronger, healthier, mentally healthier population would increase GDP by $700 billion. This is the move that we have to make, particularly as technology is now automating away millions of American jobs. It's why Donald Trump is our president today, that we automated away 4 million manufacturing jobs in Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. And we're about to do the same thing to millions of retail jobs, call center jobs, fast food jobs, truck driving jobs, and on through the economy.
Mr. If I get you understand a little bit better, so you're saying $1,000 a month for everyone over 18, but a value-added tax, so you can spend that $1,000 on value-added tax?
Well, the value-added tax would end up, you'd still be increasing the buying power of the bottom 94% of Americans. You have to spend a lot of money for a mild value-added tax to eat up $12,000 a year per individual. So for the average family with 2 or 3 adults, it'd be $24,000 to $36,000 a year.
Okay, Congressman.
I think Russia's our greatest geopolitical threat because they've been hacking our democracy successfully. They've been laughing their asses off about it for the last couple of years. So we should focus on that before we start worrying about other threats. Now, China, they do pirate our intellectual property. It's a massive problem. But the tariffs and the trade war are just punishing businesses and producers and workers on both sides. I met with a farmer in Iowa who said he spent 6 years building up a buying relationship in China that's now disappeared and gone forever. And the beneficiaries have not been American workers or people in China. It's been Southeast Asia and other producers that have then stepped into the void. So we need to crack down on Chinese malfeasance in the trade relationship, but the tariffs and the trade war are the wrong way to go.
All right, Mayor, Mr. Yang, you have 45 seconds for your closing.
First, I want to thank everyone who put me on this stage tonight. I am proof that our democracy still works. Democrats and Americans around the country have one question for their nominee, and that is who can beat Donald Trump in 2020? That is the right question. And the right candidate to beat Donald Trump will be solving the problems that got Donald Trump elected, and will have a vision of a trickle-up economy that is already drawing thousands of disaffected Trump voters, conservatives, independents, and libertarians, as well as Democrats and progressives. I am that candidate. I can build a much broader coalition to beat Donald Trump. It is not left. It is not right. It is forward. And that is where I'll take the country in 2020.
Mr. Yang, thank you.
Now, do the math. Did I do that right? Do the math. That's 2 minutes and 50 seconds. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Well, guess what, Yang Gang? That's where we come in. Because if they want to do this to our president, then they're going to bring the wrath of the Yang Gang. Keep it civil. Absolutely keep it civil. Because we are a representation of Andrew Yang. We have to double and triple our efforts. And that's why this channel and channels like it are so important. And that's why your support is so important. Because we have to reach people. Because if they don't want to let Andrew Yang speak, or let Yang speak, proper hashtags, people, let Yang speak. At the time of this recording, that hashtag is at number 2, trending.
It started at number 6 this morning.
So now it's up to us. If you're on Twitter, you're on social media, create a firestorm that they can't silence. That tsunami that Andrew Yang was talking about, that's us. That's me and you. So let's do this, Yang Gang. Now, one thing of very positive note that I want to point out is something that Steve Foster brought to our attention last night at our Yang Gang rally, is that they did the same thing to Bernie Sanders last time out, okay? And we saw what the result of that was. Bernie picked up a lot of steam. Only this time, our candidate has the Yang Gang backing him. And the fact is, what our eyes tell us and what the media are telling us are two different things. At the Democratic Debates Watch Party that we attended last night, the ratio of Yang Gang members to other parties was at least 25-1. I believe that there were 2 other people there, or maybe 3 other people, who were supporting other candidates. Now that speaks volumes to me. Now I don't know what the media is telling you, but let your eyes be the judge. Now let's take a look at Andrew Yang's technical difficulties. So as you can see right here, Andrew Yang is trying to speak, and nothing's coming out of his microphone. It's a complete shaft job by MSNBC. Has repeatedly tried to sabotage Andrew Yang's campaign by not including him on promos, by not allowing him to speak. So now is the moment where you have the opportunity to do something that will benefit this country more than what I believe anything else will. And that's putting Andrew Yang in the White House. His vision for this country is one of a unified United States. It's not left, it's not right, it's forward. But if that's going to come to pass, Andrew Yang needs the Yang Gang. He needs you. So we have to reach people in an exponentially greater manner. Because if we don't, then we fall short of the White House. But I don't think the Yang Gang is going to let that happen. Now, let's take a look in closing at what Andrew Yang said himself. See you in the next video.
And there were also a few times, FYI, where I just started talking, being like, hey, I'd like to add something there, and my mic was like, not on. Like, it's not like if you start talking, like it all of a sudden like takes over the convo. It's like I was talking and like nothing was happening, and it was like, oh fuck. So that happened a bit too.
When they ask other candidate questions, you should jump in to answer the question.
No, I agree, and like again, like there were times where I was like, hey, I wanted to make a contribution on climate change or education or other things, and like my mic didn't work. Like your mic's actually not on, and so I would just start talking, and then like the moderators would just like ignore, and it doesn't matter. So the moderators have a fair amount of power and authority, including someone in production is like turning on a mic or not. So there is like. So I agree with you that like I should be interjecting and making more contributions, and I'll certainly look to do that in the next debate. But there were at least a few times where I tried to do that tonight, where I quite literally felt somewhat it's like sort of mechanically restricted, shall you say?